The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Are you like us and you have that person in your neighborhood that you know is going to complain about everything in the neighborhood? It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now, this didn't happen in our neighborhood, me being over in North Center and Kenzie being over in Elgin. But maybe where you are, you had this person that complains about, you know what's coming. No matter what, something happens in the neighborhood. Well, this happened over in Jersey where Mr. Softy, the ice cream man, I don't even know how many ice cream men are out there anymore.
We have a lot. We have a lot of ice cream trucks that go through our neighborhood.
No kidding.
I just think you have to live in a big enough neighborhood where it's worth it for them. Like those larger, like those neighborhoods that you go in and you get lost because of the turns. Because that's what they need. They need to spend 45 minutes in a neighborhood to make money, right?
You can't just go in and out.
They're not going to hit the cul-de-sac neighborhoods. That used to happen to me. Like the few places I grew up, like in North Carolina, I literally lived in a mountain, no ice cream truck. You're out of luck. They're not trying to sell the two houses. And then when we moved to Minnesota, I was in a cul-de-sac, no ice cream trucks.
A dead end. You were in a dead end.
Yeah, like that's not worth their time. So now I live in a ice cream truck haven, if you will.
Elgin is ice cream truck friendly.
It is.
Well, not in this town when someone complained. Here's the guy complaining. Somebody in the neighborhood complained about the music, and now the ice cream guy won't come down their street anymore. And now everybody's upset because the kids can't get ice cream.
That is horrible. What kind of person do you have to be to complain about the ice? It passes your house for 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but here's them explaining the situation, the ice cream man.
Somebody was complaining about the music, and so Mr. Softy's not going to come down our street anymore.
If it's too late, if it's past 10 o'clock at night, then we're like, okay, that's way too late. It's waking people up. But sometimes it could be 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon where, you're waking up my sleeping baby. Well, it's like, hey, there's 40 other kids in the neighborhood that are running around and want ice cream.
Yeah, come on. I got a baby. If the ice cream man came by, it's not going to wake her up. Babies go right out. The ice cream man's not going to wake them up.
Okay, but they didn't stop ordering from Amazon if the doorbell rings in the middle of the day. And you don't care about that.
That's just you're an evil person. I want you to call.
I could understand if they were playing like Cardi B WAP and you were like, hey, I think this is a bad idea.
I don't think there's an ice cream man remix of that. The little ding, 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 ding. Probably not.
There's some cones in this house. There's some cones in this house.
I just want people to call out the neighbor that complains about everything at the text line, 312-591-8300. Call out your neighbor that complains about everything. And you can't wait till they move. I'm so happy because I got a neighbor moving out tomorrow. Their lease ends actually today, and they're gone. And they don't really complain. We complain about them for all the weed they smoke that wafts up into our place, the music, the noise, everything. I sound like an old man. I get it.
You are.
But it doesn't matter.
Isn't it such a change of life for you, though?
When I have a newborn, you know what? Go live in Wrigleyville then. That's where you're supposed to live if you want to live that life. You don't live over where I am.
I will say it is a bummer when people, and I get it because they're paying rent, I understand, but when people smoke weed in their place, because of vents and stuff, unless you have a house, then it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But because it is shared ventilation and stuff, it's like, oh, please do it on your deck or something, because me personally, the smell of weed really bothers me. I don't like the scent. I wish I did.
Yeah.
It would make my life easier.
I know we're just talking about vapes. I'm just saying I'm not really into that. Just that neighbor that complains and is annoying. Call them out right now. It'll make you feel better. The person that stopped the ice cream man, that's pathetic. That's terrible.
Horrible.
Not in my country.
They should be ashamed. Oh, jeez. Kid Rock over here.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
We're talking about the neighborhood over in Jersey that can't have an ice cream man come down there anymore because they complained about the music. Somebody in the neighborhood did, and if you're like us, you have that neighbor. Everybody's got one in their neighborhood that they don't like. Everybody else in the neighborhood talks about that person, whatever they do, and you just can't escape it, especially if they buy a place. If you're all in, all houses in that neighborhood, you can't just force somebody out. That you can try to get somebody out as a renter. Like in my situation, our landlord is kind of, somebody's getting pushed out because they're not good tenants. But if you own the house, what do you do? Like you're in the neighborhood in Elgin. Like I don't know what you do.
There's enough space.
Like
stay over there.
Like Christine checked in and said, when my neighbors first moved in a couple years ago, they started opening their conversation with, "You better not call the cops on us. We like to party."
Oh, God.
And they party till 2 in the morning.
That's a bad omen.
3 in the morning. And which is, it's fine at times. You invite your neighbors over and do that. But some people got to work.
But it's only, okay, if you move into a family-based neighborhood, you got to know that's a weekend thing. Unless it's a one-off here and there because there's a huge birthday party or something like that, it's okay. You cannot move into a neighborhood that people got away from single people who like to party. Like, they got out of the city because it's not right to live downtown and like complain about that kind of crap.
Yeah.
You got to move. So if you move into a family-based neighborhood for the reason of, I'm going to have kids, I don't want to yell at people, I want them to live their life, and then you behave like that, like, you got to check yourself. You got to know your surroundings.
Yeah, be self-aware. Go move to Wrigleyville. Go move to the neighborhood where that goes on.
Listen, Nathan texted in, this is wild. He said, my neighbor got upset about people running through his lawn, so he built spikes in his basement and put them around his property. Could you imagine if a kid stepped on a spike?
Wait, they're in the grass?
Yes.
What?
Like a bear trap.
That's illegal. There's no question that's illegal to do
well,
that.
why not a fence?
Well, yeah, he could start there. But if you have spikes out there, call the cops on
I
that
just
guy.
imagine like a kid's like a poor kid's soccer ball rolls up there and just explodes. It's like, oh.
Grandma got me that for Christmas.
I wasn't even in the yard.
And Grandma's not here anymore. That was the last thing she gave me.
You know what's funny is I used to have a horrible neighbor like that. He'd get so mad if you touch his grass, and this is the kicker. Okay, ready? So one day he knocked on our door, and he was like, "Have you and your brother been playing with my rock fixtures?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like 13. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, I got these big rock formations, and they're in a slightly different spot. You've been playing with my rock formations. I'm like, not what I do on my Saturday night, bro.
Yeah,
One of the best part of this?
Yeah.
This guy was Santa.
What do you mean?
Like,
wait, he's Santa Claus?
He literally, for a job, was a mall Santa, and he looked like Santa. So he's yelling at us about rock fixtures, or if a kid touched his yard, he's like, get out of here. And he was Santa. And he used to ride around shirtless on his bike.
That's
which
badass.
was like, please don't.
That's amazing.
And not like vroom vroom, like ding ding. Okay.
Yeah.
And he kept Life Savers creamy candy that like your grandma would have in his pocket. And he'd be riding on his bike all sweaty, and then he'd come up to you and spend 5 minutes getting it out of his pocket. It was all sweaty, disgusting, and be like, here you go. Enjoy that.
Like the lint on the lifesavers.
Oh, it was horrible. He's just the way he's so angry about his rock fixtures.
How do we know he's not the Santa?
We don't.
He might be the Santa.
I don't know, but then Santa's crap if it's that one. Not good.
Speaking of neighbors, I have a question for people out there that have done some home remodeling. We'll talk about it after Vance Joy.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. What a weekend of activity besides picnic. Go a little bit further back. Kenzie, on Saturday morning, me and Megan, we've been looking for a place to buy. We're renting right now. We just signed a new lease to rent again because everything's too expensive right now. The rates, prices. We'll wait another year and then see what happens. And maybe the price of something will come down a little bit, and then we'll buy a house or we got a baby. We got to think about schools, all this crap. I think a lot of people out there in the same...
All this crap with the baby.
Yeah. I think a lot of people listening are in the same situation. And I kind of looking for the advice on this because Saturday morning we go out to our usual McDonald's run and get some food, and then
That's what you do every Saturday? You get McDonald's?
Well, yeah, we just go out there and get some chow and a little breakfast. And we stumbled upon this place for sale on the north side where I want to live.
What's the address?
I see. That's what I can't do. I can't do
Well,
it.
I want to put it on Zillow. What is it? Say it.
I can't because here's the deal.
What?
The price seemed weird because it was too low compared to what it offers and everything it said in the ad. And it was really low.
Oh, someone get murdered in it?
I didn't know what happened in there. I wasn't sure if it was a murder, I don't know if across the street there's a guy that likes to play with a jackhammer out front. I don't know, or hates ice cream men. I don't know. Something was weird, so we went and saw it. We called the realtor and said, we want to see this place. We get there and we walk in, and the first thing he says is, so you know this is under foreclosure, right? And I go, oh, no, I didn't know that. And the bank has made known that they want offers to get rid of this place as fast as they can.
Okay, good news for you.
Thank you.
Obviously not for everybody.
I mean,
involved.
a very sad situation, whoever lived there before. But the place, we walk in, I knew it needed work. I'm like, cool, but something's wrong. We walk in there, and then there's water damage on the side of the living area. And not just water damage, mold. Black mold was there. Now,
That's a lot of money.
Now, someone lives below. It's like a two flat, basically. And I don't know what's going on in their place, but they live fine, and they have kids. I saw them, So
Were they like walking weird or anything? Did you look at how their kids are acting just to check it out?
They were wearing Bane masks so they could
like go
breathe.
sideways.
Welcome to our home. Come on in. Don't look at the walls. The black mold will not hurt you.
They look like the Loch Ness Monster, the kids.
So here's what I'm asking our listeners out there. Have you done a home project that worked out right? Or did it work out poorly?
Like shelves, not...
No, I mean like something major, like you had to redo. Let's say, okay, this place needs every bathroom redone. It's all trashed. All the bathrooms need to be redone. The kitchen needs to be redone.
Are you listening to things wrong with this, or are you giving examples of what people can call in for?
No, this is all the stuff that's wrong with this place.
Oh, my God. What's good about it? You need new bathrooms. There's mold and water damage. You need a new kitchen.
Did you see the picture of the deck view that I sent you? Did you see? I sent that in our prep. The view of the deck.
I don't look at your prep.
Look at my prep sometime, please.
Stupid question.
The picture is on the...
This is the first time I've heard this story.
Listen, the view of downtown from the deck, it's got a humongous... The whole roof of the thing is a deck. So it's about a couple hundred square feet on the roof, and the view of the city is beautiful. That's what I've dreamed of my whole life.
I can't lie to you. Not a good thing to buy a place over a deck.
No, but it also...
That's the outside part of the house where you won't live.
It's also huge, has a bunch of bedrooms and bathrooms. It's just the bones, as they say. The bones are good.
They're not good because there's water damage on the bones.
Well, there's a couple bones that are broken.
Your bones need bone marrow.
I need to know from people that have done this, is it worth it to take... Well, let me just say it this way.
You're looking at...
It's a couple $100,000 less than what would be in that neighborhood normally, which is a steal. However...
It'll cost several $100,000 to fix all that.
I don't know if it's several hundred or,
It is. Water damage, a new kitchen, new bathrooms, and mold removal. It's going to be a lot of money. Now, it depends how much you're saving getting it, but... It's going to be almost your entire savings of getting it.
That's the problem. That's why we can't buy a place now. I want to know at 312-591-8300, someone that has had a situation like that. So let me say, all the bathrooms got to be redone. Kitchen's got to be redone. All the carpets.
Are the bathrooms usable?
No.
Oh, my God, Brian.
Well,
it's not like they're just pink and you want new ones.
They are pink. That's the other thing. The colors are unbelievable.
They're pink bathrooms.
They're
it's
like,
fun.
They painted like something teal, green, and burnt orange.
But
and
are they
blue.
usable that you just don't like the colors?
They're usable for me. They're not usable for Megan.
Okay.
She won't do it. And Harper, my baby.
I don't think Harper is a choice. I think you could just kind of make that happen.
If I was a single guy, I would move in right now and just do it, and even with the mold, and probably just deal with it.
And what about the kitchen? Is the kitchen usable?
It's usable, but it needs to be redone.
Yeah.
And I want to knock.
That's the difference with these house projects is can you get away with we're going to do the kitchen in a year and a half because we have to do the bathrooms for. You got to be able to section it off unless you have a lot of money left over to redo everything at once.
I don't have a lot of money, but.
Well, I figured because we have a very similar job. So just gauging.
I want to know from our experts out there, and you are an expert out there if you've just done, let's say you've redone a kitchen. Let's say you've done something in your house. You watch, all those shows, which I watch, like Love It or List It. I love that show. I love The Property Brothers.
Oh, we should get you on one of those shows.
Oh, Windy City Rehab.
Do they do it? Does that make it happen for free?
I don't know how that works.
I wonder if maybe we can get you on the show.
What's her name? Allison.
I don't know, but
Windy City Rehab girl.
What if let's get you on the show, and then it'll happen faster.
And then I guarantee if I'll have a listeners over for a housewarming party. If I get the place and I can fix it up and make it work. It's my dream place. I saw it. It's a dream of what I want. It's just a disaster right now. It'll be great. It'll be great.
That's what Megan thought when she saw you. She's like, it's going to be fine.
I can fix this guy. Luke's checking in from Piatone. Luke, ahoy.
Hey, ahoy, guys.
All right, so you've heard my dilemma, and have you done something like this?
Okay, well, I haven't done the exact thing, not downtown, but I would say, Brian, you're saying it's going to save you a couple $100,000 possibly for the other places you're looking at, right?
Possibly, yes, in price, but it needs a lot of work.
Yeah, but a bathroom is probably $10,000 to $15,000, so you got two of those, maybe three of those.
Yep.
Yeah, and then a kitchen you're looking at maybe $30,000. If you do some of the work yourself, that you can cut that price in half.
Yeah, right.
I am handy. You don't believe it? I'm handy.
No, you're not.
I believe you. Nowadays with YouTube and everything, you can really learn a lot.
Thank you.
But
here's
that kitchen's going to be a hazard.
Bathrooms don't need much. Mold damage, you probably would have to call a professional. But still, if you're talking $100,000 savings, that's not going to be $100,000 to fix the roof or,
Yeah.
see what's going on.
Can't I just put scrubbing bubbles on the mold?
No.
I think so. Yeah, no.
See,
No, they make things to remove the mold, but I would say your view, like you said, your deck, your area, you got people down below that have a family, kids. I would go for it, Bri.
thank you. I might do it. On your word, thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you. Now, let's see here. Anthony, I believe, in Little Italy does renovation. Wait, do a renovation loan? Is that what you're saying, Anthony?
Yes, renovation loans. You can roll. They're Fannie Mae and FHA renovation loans. You can roll the cost of renovations into the loan when you purchase the property, so you don't have to pay out of pocket.
Oh, I like that. I don't like paying in pocket. I like paying out of pocket. Or no, I don't want to pay anything out of my
So
pocket.
you don't have to pay out of pocket. Out of pocket's the one you don't like. You're an idiot.
I got it so wrong.
No, I prefer to pay up front. With all the money I don't have.
All right. So you can just wash that into the mortgage or whatever?
Right, exactly. So you kind of have it when you purchase the property. You let the bank know what renovations you want to do up front, and then they appraise it as if the renovations are already done, and then they pay the contractors. The bank pays the contractors, so you can kind of get everything you want right up front, and you never have to live in the property while it's.
Oh, we're getting
But you
somewhere.
have to pay it back, Brian.
No, I don't.
That's your.
I'll
Look at
have
you.
to-
I can see your face. Let's get everything new. It's like, okay, well, you're to pay it.
But I can pay it in 30 years, over 30 years or something, right?
Exactly. It's like a 30-year fix, so you can pay it over 30 years. So you're really breaking down those large renovation costs into a much smaller amount per month.
Thank you, Anthony. See, I got friends on the phone here. Kenzie's just crapping on my dream.
I'm not crapping on it, but you have to understand that mold and water, you should get the mold and water damage assessed more. Because if it's more than you think, or they have to replace foundational pieces because of water damage, that becomes a lot more expensive.
Buzzkill.
Okay. You know what? Move in. You don't do it. It's fine. Harper doesn't need to go to school or anything.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm really appreciate our listeners. The tons are checking in here because if you just joined us, I found this dream place over the weekend in foreclosure. It's like several $100,000 less than the neighborhood, but it needs a lot of work. It's got mold, water damage.
The important question is, Brian.
Yeah.
Is the price it's at now your budget, or is it several $100,000 under your budget?
It's my budget or a little less than my budget. Let's say that.
So that's the issue, is that it's at your budget, but if it was like, wow, this is significantly less than we wanted to pay, but it's kind of what you want to pay.
It is, though, but also I can make an offer because the bank's trying to get rid of it. Maybe I can say like 125.
I offer you 1/3.
I don't know. I offer this as tribute. Let's see. Taversio checking in. Ahoy.
Hey, ahoy! How's it going?
Good. So my situation, should I? What do you want to go for it here? Kenzie's talking me out of it.
Yeah, go for it. It's called a construction loan, and like the guy's been saying, you can roll it in. So we got a house in a neighborhood where houses are worth like $300,000, and when we went there, I'm like, why do they keep lowballing this house? So I kept lowballing, and I called the bank, and I'm like, hey man, you guys really need to come out and check out this house. I don't think you know why people are lowballing you. There, you could step in the carpet and hear squish, 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 and there was like 4 feet of mold. So what we did is you got a construction loan. They give you a checkbook. You can hire whoever you want to come in and demolish the whole thing, and they'll redo it. So we got the house for $110,000. We put $20,000 into redoing the whole basement from where the mold was, and that all rolled in, and it's just one payment. And so you can pay that back. You can even go out and buy. You're like, hey, I want a new TV. They don't care. Whatever you're buying with that check, you can go use that check for whatever you want as long as it rolls into the house and you pay it. You don't have to use your savings. You're good. Get that thing, demolish everything. Just make sure you hire a reputable company. Don't skimp out on that. So it doesn't matter if you get the house for even, again, lowball them. And if you get it low and then you want to put like $30,000 into the house, you've got a brand new house, man.
Hey, you're my man. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Talk me into it, Taversio. Thank you. I'm not going to listen to Kenzie.
Okay, you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, let's play. That's smart. Let's pay huge interest on a TV that you could just afford right now. That's great. Pay off your TV
there's
for
no
30
interest.
years.
But that's the house. You're already paying a payment for whatever. You want to go buy something, go buy it and put it on. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a motorcycle.
Oh, my God.
You're still paying it either way, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, my God.
And I'll be in the ground by the time they come for the money.
Yeah, exactly.
You
No
don't
worries.
understand- What you don't understand is that Brian's under the impression that this is now just all coming with the price of the house. That's the problem. He's like,
No,
this is
that's
a
just
great deal.
So if you get the house at like $100,000, but you spend $20,000 on whatever you bought plus the construction, that's the price of the house.
I love you people text there at 312 saying this dude's making it sound too good to be true. But I love you. I got to dare to dream, right? You live once.
Man, I can show you what we did, man. You'd be like, what? They'd be like, yeah, and I'm telling you, that FHA loan, roll it into a construction loan, and you're good.
Hit me up on the text line. I want to see this information.
All right, man.
All right, dude. See, that's my guy right there. That's my guy.
It's like you need a working bathroom and not mold damage, and now you're talking about TVs. Like, do you understand?
I'm going to get a TV for every room.
Oh, my God.
On that loan.
There's going to be mold everywhere. TVs are going to fall off the wall because of the water damage.
Hey, guys, I'm getting my dream home. Making an offer at the bank today. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Yes, I love our crew and the people. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 just helping me out with a decision. I've made the decision to try to make an offer on this place I saw under foreclosure over the weekend that I can afford finally. I finally found a place I can afford, and I know you guys go through the same things, and I'm sorry that people went through foreclosure, but this place is ridiculously cheap for what it is. Now, it has mold, has water damage, needs new bathrooms, needs a kitchen, needs carpet pulled off, might need a few windows, the deck might need to be redone. But with the help of our listeners, I understand how I can do that now. I need a TV in every room. It's my dream place when I'll post the view from the deck on our Facebook page. I'll post that view, and then you'll say, yep, get it, Brian. Get that place. I also want to appreciate Chad out here. Kenzie's going nuts. 815. Hey, Brian, it's Chad from Joliet. If you start a GoFundMe for the repairs, then you can get that place. I'll donate to it. Thank you, Chad.
How dare you?
Appreciate you.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to get a bunch of TVs, Kenzie, for every room. You can come over and I get a TV.
I'm not going into that place.
On that construction loan I'm going to get for my guy.
Baby in that death trap. I'm not going.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Remember, about 5 minutes away from a chance to get to the Aftershock Festival. If you like the hard music, it's all for you.
Oh, we're still doing that this week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Another shot at it,
Very
Brian and
nice.
Kenzie on Q101. And so I was just talking about, if you just joined the show, about a short version is I found a place that's under foreclosure. Me and Megan have been trying to buy a place and everything's too expensive. The rates, I think you guys can relate if you're looking to buy a place. So we've been renting and we want to buy it. We found this place that's really unusually low priced for what it offers, but it has water damage, mold, bathrooms are screwed, carpeting problems. And now listeners are talking me into it because I can get this construction loan to go in there and even buy TVs and motorcycles off that construction loan.
We did get a text saying that the construction loan, and I don't know, we're getting lots of information.
I love our experts.
And somebody said the construction loan will not be approved with mold and water damage.
Well, I'll Febreze it. John's checking in though. Ahoy, John.
Hey, man. Yeah, the whole, that guy's saying that it's only going to be like $20,000 to redo a basement. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Home renovations post-pandemic have gone up 30 to 50%.
Now, to be fair, before you continue, I don't know that guy's time frame when he did his house. Maybe he did it pre-pandemic. I don't know when he did it. So,
yeah, that's fair. But like today, just a heads up, you're doing a bathroom, you're looking an easy $15,000 on a bathroom. Basement, my neighbor did theirs. Didn't have mold issues. Just like to finish it was like 40, and they weren't even doing anything terribly fancy.
I know. I got a quote for my basement. We really, during the pandemic, we're like, oh, maybe we should get the basement done. 120.
What?
We're like, we'll just wait. It's fine.
Now, why can't you go to YouTube and do a little bit? You get your hands
The
dirty.
entire thing, go to build walls.
You could probably handle
Make
that.
some walls, do some YouTube.
Yeah,
I
okay,
think
that's
you do it,
fine.
Brian.
My kids won't die.
Yeah, listen, I get it that it's probably going to blow up a little more, but I'm not going to find a place like this again. It's just not going to happen. There's nothing out there that's
With
I can
mold damage,
that I
this
can
is your only chance.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.